It's time for GMA3, newly released body camera video showing Tiger Woods' DUI arrest.
Who's involved? Who's involved? Tiger Woods.
The golfer seen taking a sobriety test, being handcuffed.
At this time, I do believe your normal faculties are impaired, okay, and you're under the unknown substance, okay? So at this time, you're at the risk for DUI, yes, sir.
And who he told officers he was on the phone with. The grocery glow up in the beverage aisle. From low-sugar sodas to electrolytes drinks and even seaweed juice, functional beverages are filling store shelves. Becky Worley checks them out. And we just might spring into a new season of music, from Bruno Mars hitting the road to BTS on tour. Your favorite bands are back, and so are the 80s. We've got all the details on the shows you'll just want to have fun seeing. It's time for GMA3.
You can't not bop to that dance. Or dance to that bop, excuse me.
Or you can bop. You can bop around.
You can bop. Hi, I'm Mary Bruce, and welcome to GMA3.
The hair will come back as well, along with the music. We'll have to see from the 80s. I'm Rhiannon Alley. We're here with our friend, Dr. Tara Narula. We are so glad all of you are with us on this Friday.
Coming up, we're breaking down the numbers from the new monthly jobs report, what they tell us about the overall economy.
Yes, very important information. We also have Chef Chris Valdes here. Easter, of course, is Sunday. Yes. Today is Good Friday. He's going to help us. If you haven't already planned what you're going to cook for dinner, he is going to show us some new twists on classic dishes.
Can't wait for that. But we are going to begin here with the newly released body camera video of Tiger Woods' DUI arrest. The footage shows the golf great taking a field sobriety test, being handcuffed, and telling officers he was on the phone talking to the president. Victor Akendo has the details. Hey, Victor.
Hey, Mary, that body camera video shows us the moment deputies arrived on the scene and learned it was Tiger Woods who was involved, and everything before, during, and after he was arrested for DUI. Who's involved? Who's involved? Tiger Woods. You're watching body camera video. Deputies arriving at the scene of Tiger Woods' crash.
Looked down my phone, and all of a sudden, boom.
Woods flipped his Land Rover after clipping a trailer last Friday in Jupiter Island, Florida. He was not injured.
Thank you so much. All right, you got it. All right, thank you. Bye.
The golf legend seen shortly after the crash on his phone, telling officers he was speaking with the president.
Just keep you down here with us, please.
Yeah, I was just talking to the president.
Here, performing a field sobriety test.
How much have you had to drink today?
None.
None? Do you take any medication?
I took a few, yes.
Deputies allowing Woods to be seated due to his prior injuries.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1,
Make sure you
2,
speed up as you
1,
go.
2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Authorities declaring Woods under the influence, placing him in handcuffs.
Place them behind your back. There you go. So at this time, I do believe your normal faculties are impaired, okay, and you're under the unknown substance, okay? So at this time, you're at the risk for DUI, yes, sir.
After going through his pockets, police finding these prescription pills.
Oh, that's a narco.
It's narco?
Yeah.
Woods is placed in a police car and buckled up. And Woods' attorney entered a not guilty plea on his behalf. He's waived his arraignment, and a judge has given the golf legend permission to travel outside of the U.S. to seek treatment. Guys?
Thanks so much, Victor. And now to the March jobs report, just released this morning. Elizabeth Schulze is at the White House to break it down for us. Elizabeth.
Hey, Tara, this is a much better than expected jobs report showing a big boost in hiring. The government reporting there were 178,000 jobs added to the workforce in the month of March. The expectation had been for about 59,000 new jobs. The unemployment rate also did tick down to 4.3%. That is good news. We want to see that unemployment rate going lower because it means if you're looking for work, it is easier to land a job. When you take a look at the industries where we're seeing the most hiring, it's healthcare, up 76,000 jobs there. Part of that was because of a big number of nurses who were on strike returning to work. Construction, restaurants, manufacturing also saw some big hiring there. So the big picture here is that hiring really had been stalling over the past couple of months. This report gives us at least a sliver of hope, but maybe there's a little bit of a rebound happening, Tara.
Interesting to see those numbers for healthcare, but what does this report mean for everyone else who is looking for a job right now?
You know, this is still a very challenging job market, especially for younger workers who are trying to land their first job out of school. We did also see losses in the tech sector that could help explain part of this story with AI cutting back jobs, especially there. And really what we're looking at now for people who are looking for work, the question is, do companies scale back their hiring plans because of what we're seeing with these spiking oil prices? Do those higher fuel costs mean that companies aren't hiring as aggressively? That's going to be showing up in the months ahead, guys.
All right, all eyes will be on that. Elizabeth Schulze, thank you for that update. We turn now to March Madness. We have to talk basketball. The Final Four is this weekend for both the men and the women. Christian Cordero's in Phoenix, where the women's big matchups are going down tonight. Christian, these are 4 really good teams.
Really good teams, Rhiannon. The road ends right here. 4 teams left, and they have been the ones to beat all along. Not only are all of these programs top seeds, but they're the same 4 to make it to last year's Final Four. So let's go ahead and get started. First up tonight is a rematch of last year's championship game with powerhouses UConn and South Carolina. UConn goes in as defending champs. In fact, they haven't lost a game in over a year, undefeated all season long. They're led by Naismith College Player of the Year sophomore Sarah Strong and senior AZ Fudd, who we know comes in clutch for her Huskies when they need her.
And we know UConn is incredible. They haven't lost a game all season. I've seen them play in person. They are so good, but they have some really tough competition. So tell us who they're up against.
Yeah, well, so the thing about South Carolina is they are the kind of team that somehow always finds a way, right? This is Dawn Staley's 6th consecutive Final Four, and she has depth with 5 players averaging double figures, including Joyce Edwards and Tessa Johnson, just 2 of the players that are ones to watch tonight, guys.
Yeah, don't ever count Dawn Staley out, that is for sure. What about the second matchup later tonight?
So other side of the bracket, Rhiannon, is Texas versus UCLA. UCLA star center Lauren Betts has something to prove tonight because this is the stage that they bowed out at last year, and they lost to Texas earlier this year, their only loss of the year so far. The big question, though, can the Longhorns beat a great team twice? They have 3-time All-American Madison Booker and a ticket to the championship on the line, so the incentive is built in through and through.
Okay, let's talk about the men's games because those games have actually been closer throughout the tournament than the women's games have been. What are we expecting this weekend?
A lot of popcorn for everyone watching, that's for sure. So Indianapolis hosts the men's Final Four. Semifinals tip off tomorrow. Illinois versus UConn to start, and we know that that was a game-winning thriller, UConn versus Duke last week, so will be a good one there. And then it's Michigan versus Arizona. There are college hoops, of course, all weekend long, guys. I know it's technically April, but in spirit, it's March, and we know anything can happen.
Good point. April Madness doesn't have quite the same ring to it as March Madness. Christian, thank you so much for that. And coming up here, don't go anywhere, we have an ABC News exclusive. It's the case of the Florida mother who was gunned down through her neighbor's door. The woman's son and mother are telling their story.
And we are back now with an ABC News exclusive with the mother and son of the Florida woman who was killed by her neighbor back in 2023, gunned down while knocking on her door. 2020 co-anchor Deborah Roberts sat down with them. You are here with us now. Deborah, this story is just gut-wrenching, truly.
It truly is, and so many people remember this story when it happened 3 years ago. G.K. Owens' family says they're still struggling to pick up the pieces of their lives because they've lost a guiding force, a daughter, a devoted single mom who was ambitious and protective of her 4 children. And it was her uncompromising love, they say, which was clearly on display when she was struggling to deal with a toxic neighbor who would later shatter the family's future together.
911 for the emergency. Oh my God, this lady just tried to break down my door. I shot through the door. Oh my God.
Outside Ocala, Florida, a simmering dispute over children playing.
I've told them, please don't come here. I'm working. And kids don't care.
Young mom Ajika Owens dead. Neighbor Susan Lawrence claiming self-defense.
Sheriff's office, come outside with your hands up. Turn around. Where's your gun at?
It's in my bedroom.
Now ABC News taking you behind the body cameras. For the first time, Ajika Owens' mother and son exclusively speaking out.
You had one neighbor who didn't really like all the noise and all the fun.
Yes, ma'am.
What kinds of complaints did she make?
She would come out, sticking up the middle finger,
Could you ever have envisioned their dispute would lead to that?
No. And why would it lead to that? These kids were playing outside. Her neighbor comes over, my daughter knocks on the door, and you just shoot. You just shoot. Your door is locked. You just shoot.
How hard has it been? It's been a couple of years.
It's been very hard. You know, every day, I just can't believe she's gone, you know. It's been my rock and my fire since I was born.
Your rock and your fire.
I just gotta be the strong man she raised me to be.
12-year-old Izzy, such a remarkable legacy of his mom. He tells me that one bright moment in this darkness is being raised by the woman who raised his mother, his grandmother. And he also tells me that the loss of his mom has inspired him to change other lives, and you're going to hear more about that on 2020, and also from police officers who were caught up in this dispute, 9 o'clock Eastern. Of course, you can stream it on Hulu and Disney, but what a story, huh?
Just to hear him.
Yeah, what a remarkable young man. I mean,
he's so outspoken, and he says now he wants to be an activist. He wants to go out and help other people who are dealing with injustices. I mean, that is the one thing for him, but his brothers and sisters, 2 brothers and a sister, are coping very differently, and of course Pamela's very heartbroken.
And for the grandmother Pamela to not only lose her daughter, her child, to then now she is now the caretaker.
She's now the caretaker.
Of these 4 kids.
And she was about to embark on a new career. She was going to become a flight attendant and start something new in her life. And of course, now she's, of course, going to raise her kids, but it's so difficult.
Yeah, well, we cannot wait to see more of this, Deborah. Thank you for sharing it with us. And we'll be right back.
Back now with pop news and the man that has us all laughing, Will Gibb.
Hey, thank you. I'll take an introduction like that. Ladies, if you've been looking for a reason to give yourself micro bangs, now's the moment. I know the 3 of you have been looking for a reason. That hairdo right there is inspiration enough. We begin pop news with a very important Aunt Gladys update. Amy Madigan can soon be reprising her Oscar-winning Weapons character after scaring up a lot of hardware during awards season earlier this year, winning the Oscar, of course, as well as a Critics' Choice Award and Actor Award. Aunt Gladys is coming back to the big screen, people. A prequel exploring Aunt Gladys's villain origin stories officially in the works, with Zach Shields, known for Krampus and the recent Godzilla movies, and of course Weapons writer-director Zach Kreger writing the screenplay. Gladys is reportedly the working title. No word yet on a release date or official casting, but I do have an idea for a new role. Perhaps Aunt Gladys's identical twin sister, played to perfection by the one and only Conan O'Brien.
I don't know, Will, you are the closest there with the micro.
I mean, I do have a little bit. I'm in my curly hair era, you know? That's where I'm at right now. I'm getting used to it, though.
You like it.
If it goes fully orange, then you'll know I'm really looking to win a role. All right, next up, wands at the ready. Wizards Beyond Waverly Place is headed back to our TV screens for one last spell, and the teaser trailer was just released. Check this out. Ooh, I know.
Was that Selena?
That was Selena Gomez. Ooh. Good eye. This will be a 4-part event that continues after the events of the season 2 finale, with Billy discovering that the only way to rescue her mother is to reunite with her long-lost father, and as family bonds, the family has to band together to find Alex. They realize their combined power is the only way to defeat the evil plaguing them. The 4-part event begins production next week, and Selena Gomez will be making her directorial debut with the premiere episode. No word yet on when it's going to hit our screens, but in the meantime, the first 2 seasons are streaming now on Disney+.
I love that she's gone back to that world. She's this huge star now, and she's still going
And
back
like Miley Cyrus, we're sort of in this era where a lot of the Disney Channel stars are returning to their roots.
I'm here for it.
Me too. Me too. Maybe she'll sing at some point as well. All right. Finally.
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
This ain't Texas. But Disney is going country anyway. Some of our favorite Disney classics are being reimagined by some of country's top artists for a new album called Main Street Country. The album will feature covers like You'll Be in My Heart from Tarzan, covered by CMA Award winners Maddie and Tay. Then Restless Road is taking on Miley Cyrus, speaking of. The Climb, yes. Dasha singing She's So Gone from the movie Lemonade Mouth, and country superstar Kane Brown teaming up with his wife Caitlin to give us their take on the song Beauty and the Beast from the 1991 Oscar-winning hit. Check this out. the entire album, Main Street Country, is streaming everywhere today. Love that.
Yeah. Oh my God, I
love it
that.
Mostly because it gives me an excuse to wear this hat again. I paid good money for this.
You need an excuse,
Thank
Will.
you. Thank you.
You might want to borrow that hat.
For a small fee, I'll do it for you, Dr. Narula.
Awesome. All right. Well, coming up, a special spring edition of Binge This, looking ahead to the highly anticipated comebacks of some of music's biggest acts. We're breaking it all down.
Turtle is taking a bath in a freshwater sea. It's basically a submarine spring that gushes fresh water out into the ocean. Sea turtles love to bathe here. They like the nutrients that the freshwater releases onto the coral reef.
Oh, look at that. Welcome back to GMA3. That is our moment on Earth from our friends over at Nat Geo. That's Dr. Shireen Rahimi, a National Geographic explorer, taking beautiful images of sea turtles in Tahiti. What a job, right?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Take pictures of sea turtles. She calls herself an underwater storyteller, and she dove 25 feet to capture these images, chronicling the unique behavior of where turtles, what they do there.
There's a little moment of zen on Friday, too.
Yeah.
I like that.
Nat Geo is celebrating Earth Month all April long. It's on Disney+. You can catch more of it there. Check it out.
And now to our grocery glow-up series. So-called functional drinks are having a big moment, and chances are you see them lining the shelves at your supermarket. So we asked who else but Becky Worley to check them out. Hey, Becky.
Hey, Tara, you know, the beverage choices at the grocery store used to be pretty simple, right? Like milk, juice, soda. Now, there are a gazillion choices, and some of the beverages on the market are wild.
A nice, refreshing beverage is a little different these days. Sales of functional beverages, drinks with additional health benefit claims, are skyrocketing. The market size expected to nearly double from more than $175 billion in 2022 to an estimated $339.6 billion by 2030. And beyond flavored sparkling water like Spindrift and lower sugar soda like Olipop, consumers want more from their drinks.
What I would say that's impacting the aisles the most is the functionality. What am I adding to my food, or what am I adding to my beverage?
Nutritionist Yvette Decker says beverages now have become wellness tools that claim to do something for consumers.
Is it going to help with my energy level? Or this beverage is going to help me with sleep? I'm seeing a lot of that in the innovation space with adaptogens, nootropics getting added in. What are you adding to these products?
Adaptogens and nootropics are natural and synthetic compounds like amino acids, functional mushrooms, or roots and berries like ashwagandha or rhodiola. You may have seen them in the supplement aisle, but they are now making their way into drinks. Some of the most popular drinks promise energy and focus. Others tout immunity and improved microbiome or sleep support. And there are a lot of electrolyte beverages.
If you want good skin, stay hydrated.
But one of the weirdest new drinks? Seaweed juice. It's called umi.
I know, it's our first time.
Okay.
But yeah, trust me, you don't feel any fishiness, saltiness. It's just a refreshing, tasty juice.
Okay.
This is my favorite.
What flavor is this?
Yes, strawberry with hibiscus.
Cheers. Seaweed juice. Oh, it's really good.
Umi's Alyssa Mikey says it gives her a feeling of fullness after drinking it because of its seaweed base. But there is limited evidence to back up these claims.
Because of this unique fiber, you feel fuller longer.
Umi only has 8 ingredients, including this red seaweed, but you don't taste it.
So because of the, don't you feel a little bit of the viscosity?
No, it's not like super thin. It has a little bit of weight to it, but it's not thick and gurgly. Now, just like supplements, these drinks are unregulated, and claims made about their functional benefits may or may not have been researched, and they've not been vetted by regulatory agencies. As for the seaweed soda, one thing I like about these is that they have less sugar. There's only a gram of total sugar in this version. There are lots of different flavors. This is matcha, passion fruit, yuzu, so... Okay, guys, I'm cracking one open. Cheers with the seaweed.
Hey, I'll cheers, but I'm not cheering with seaweed.
We're going to have to take your word on that one, I think. But apparently it works well. You know, breakfast, lunch, there you go. Thank you, Becky. And now to a special spring version of Binge This. Sophie Flay is here with your ticket to some of the hottest events this season.
Yes.
What do you got for us?
Well, starting with someone who's very familiar with 24 karat magic. I don't know if you can guess. We are kicking it off with Bruno Mars, who just dropped his first solo album in 10 years. It's called The Romantic. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 200 albums chart, with 2 of his singles landing in the top 5 of the Hot 100. The Romantic World Tour, which set a record for single-day ticket sales on Live Nation, begins 1 week from today in Las Vegas before making 30 stops across 2 continents in 6 months. So very excited for that. Another comeback, BTS. After a 4-year hiatus, the boys are back together and are setting out on a world tour to support their Ari Wrong album. Their first concert back together as a band drew over 100,000 fans to Seoul for their 12-song performance. I know, it's a lot.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely. They're heading to North America in a few weeks, hitting Tampa, Florida, El Paso, Texas, and Stanford in California. Both BTS and Bruno Mars albums are streaming everywhere now. A lot of people are so excited about
Oh,
both of
yeah.
these.
Yeah. Absolutely. 100,000 people is incredible.
Yeah,
What about Vegas? There's no better place to see a show right now. I feel like there are so many residents going on, but the 80s are coming to Vegas. I'm an 80s baby.
Yes.
You too? See? So,
speaking my language.
Can expect.
You know, ladies, I'm glad you brought it up. Cyndi Lauper said it best when she sang, "Girls just want to have fun." And what better place to have fun than Vegas at her first ever residency? The singer taking her talents to the Vegas stage at the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace for 2 back-to-back weekends, starting on April 24th. And if I were a betting woman, I'd put it all on folks having a great time at the Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis show, also happening in Las Vegas. These guys are 5-time Grammy winners with 42 #1 hits on the Billboard charts, including Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation and Usher's You Remind Me, and they sent us a message. Check it out.
Oh, man. See, this roadie stuff is tough, man. Yes, it is. Hey, GMA, we're on our way to Vegas. April 17th through the 26th at Voltaire. Be there.
Be there. This is their first time performing their 5 decades of songs live. They've also worked with Michael Jackson, Mary J. Blige, and Prince. They're taking the stage at the Voltaire at the Venetian Resort starting April 17th. So, you know, always good to know that you're going into a concert and you're going to know all the songs, right? I mean, you can say that about both.
And apparently they do it all. They carry the gear, they put on the show.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And lastly, we are Broadway bound. Sophie, what do you have for us there?
Oh, 2 really good ones. Broadway is meeting the runway in the fiercest show of the season. We're talking about Cats, the Jellicle Ball. Cats is back, but think less paws and whiskers and more ballroom culture, leather boots, and spectacular choreography. It's a whole new imagining of the classic Andrew Lloyd Webber show. Even Zendaya was spotted in the crowd earlier this week, and they're going to be performing on GMA in just a few weeks. So excited for that. And grab your best friend and see Beaches the Musical on Broadway at the Majestic Theater. This is, of course, based off of the classic movie starring Barbara Hershey and Bette Midler, who won a Grammy for Wind Beneath My Wings. And lucky us, the stars of the Broadway show, Jessica Vosk and Kelly Barrett, are coming to Good Morning America to give us a look of their show in their first morning TV performance on April 13th. The show officially opens on April 22nd.
That song still makes me
I know.
From my childhood.
Yes. Yeah, gets us every time. Every time.
Beautiful song.
All we have to do is go buy some tickets.
Exactly.
Thank you,
Get
Sophie.
them now.
Or watch GMA.
Well, there you go. That too.
There you go.
And coming up here, Chef Chris Valdes is here to show us how to make a delicious Easter dinner, including a tropical twist on the classic glazed ham. You can hear my stomach rumbling. All that coming up.
Welcome back. Easter is this Sunday, and if you're celebrating with a holiday dinner, we have some delicious ideas for the menu from celebrity chef and caterer and author of the cookbook One with the Kitchen, Chris Valdes. Chris, it's so great to have you here.
Happy almost Easter.
Happy. I need to be one with the kitchen as someone who doesn't cook. So please help me. I know a lot of people make ham for their Easter Sunday dinner, and they typically use pineapple for the glaze, but you use something special and different.
I use guava, and why do I use guava? Because everything tastes better with guava.
Yeah, I agree.
So we're gonna add some special more love to our glaze. So we're gonna add some pineapple juice in there.
Okay.
We're gonna add some orange zest, some brown sugar, some Dijon mustard.
Ooh, Dijon mustard.
And then the secret ingredient right here, we have some guava. Let me.
Do I add this?
Look at that. Add some of that. That's the brown sugar. We're going to cook this down. We're going to make our glaze, but we're also going to make sure that this tastes even better.
It smells so good.
Once we bake our ham,
this is what it looks like when you're done.
This is what it looks like. But very important, we're going to add some of those ham drippings because like my friend Talia says, more is more.
More is
so
more.
we want more flavor. So and then we're gonna glaze. We're gonna mix it in glaze.
Oh,
if
I
you
get
wanna
to
help me
glaze? Okay.
Yeah.
You get to
But make
glaze.
sure that you get in there. This is a great tip I'm
Get
gonna
in
give you.
where? Where am I going?
All over
Oh,
there.
all over.
All
Okay.
over there.
All right.
Like, let me show. Hold on. Let me show you.
Oh, here we
wanna
go.
flip-
Okay.
Get all inside each. Because
Does that keep it juicy? Does that keep
not
it
only does
juicy?
it keep it juicy, but it
Okay.
keeps it flavorful in all of the areas, you know? So it's like when you're doing your makeup, you also need a nice dress. You also need the nice shoes. You need the whole thing. So while she's brushing that, we're going to move on to our carrots. How are we going to upgrade our carrots? We're going to roast these.
I like these rainbow carrots.
Yes.
Yeah, these look delicious.
Because color is better, right?
Absolutely.
So we're going to add
We
some
don't wanna be
olive oil in
boring.
there. We don't want
so
to
just all over for it?
Yes, just a little. Just a little
just a
drizzle.
little.
Yeah, we're on a diet. Okay, then we're going to put a little salt and black pepper.
Okay, ooh, that's going to be good.
And then that's nice, but let's get our hands in there.
Okay.
And let's a little toss.
I'm just getting my hands dirty eating
So
them.
we're gonna roast these carrots, and then 425 degrees, so they end up like this, nice and roasted. And then we're gonna upgrade this by adding a little bacon. So we have a little
bacon and carrots.
look at this. This is the team right here. We're gonna add a little bacon. We're gonna add a little queso fresco. Because we're not on a diet.
Right, we're not on a diet. It's Easter.
And
we
then
gotta take a pause.
We could put a little honey, but we want it more is more. So truffle honey, we're gonna add that over.
That's too much. That's
And
amazing.
Now you're just showing off.
Right.
We have to show up. And then my doctor always asks me if I eat my greens, so I always add something green because I don't like to lie. So there you go.
That's your greens.
And this is how we elevate these carrots. So then the next one.
Continuing the lack of dieting theme here, we're moving to rice pudding. And how do you get this like
but
amazing
this is not rice
texture in
pudding.
this?
This is arroz con leche.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, help me out. Say it.
Arroz con leche.
Arroz con leche, because everything sounds sexier in Spanish.
Yeah, put that Spanish major to
It's
good work.
arroz con leche is basically rice with cream and milks. So we're gonna add rice creams. And how do we upgrade this? We're gonna add a little bit of orange zest in there.
Ooh, okay.
Orange zest, and it's not gonna add an orangey flavor. It's just gonna add a nice fruity flavor.
Okay.
We're gonna add some cinnamon sticks, and if we have some, a nice vanilla bean is gonna add a great touch. Now, depending on what type of Hispanic culture you're in, some people add some rum in there. Some people add raisins. I like it just like this because it's nice, flavorful. And then once we serve them, here, if you want to help me serve one there. And then we're going to top them all off with a little bit of cinnamon on the top.
You can taste the cinnamon. It's
what I
so
love about
good.
these three recipes are two things. One of them, it's great recipes that you can make with the kids. Help them, they could toss the carrots, they could glaze the ham. But the other thing that I really love about these recipes is that food is supposed to bring us all together. Like we are right here. We don't know each other, but we're here, we're cooking, we're having a good time. And that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
So that's what I want these recipes to do.
This is
so good.
It's insane. The arroz con leche
Love
is
this.
insane, right? Because rice pudding is in.
Exactly. You're right. You're right. You need to add that oomph to it.
You can get all of these recipes on GoodMorningAmerica.com. Coming up, screenwriter Billy Ray is here, known for his hits The Hunger Games and Captain Phillips. He'll tell us all about his first novel.
We are back now with Billy Ray. You know him as a screenwriter for movies including The Hunger Games and Captain Phillips. And he's here now to talk about his newly released first book. It's a young adult novel. It is called Burn the Water. We are so excited to have you here. Welcome. Okay, so let's talk. This is your first novel, but it's inspired by a classic. And it's
the best, Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet. So tell us more about the book.
Well, it's London 400 years from now, and 90% of the English Isle is underwater for reasons that you can understand. And the remaining 10% of land that's livable, called the Dry 10, is being warred over by these two rival houses, the Rogues and the Crowns. And the question the book asks is what would happen if the greatest soldier from the Rogues and the greatest soldier from the Crowns fell in love?
Oh. And you've had such a successful career as a screenwriter. Why decide to pivot to a young adult novel?
It was an idea that I'd had for 15 years. But it involved such world creation. It was going to be such an expensive movie that at the time the technology just wasn't there to make the movie, in any way that was sort of practical. So I didn't write it, and it just sort of lingered. And then my beloved guild, the Writers Guild, went on strike in 2023, and I couldn't write movies or TV. And I thought, if I don't write a novel now, I never will. And so I started it on day one of the Writers Guild strike and finished it on the very last day of the SAG strike that followed the writers' strike.
Wow. What timing.
And this has already expanded to more than one book, and we hear a movie could be on the way?
The sequel is written. I'm very happy to say it'll be out, I think, sometime next year. And we've just had the first conversation about perhaps adapting it into a film.
Oh, that's so exciting.
It is very exciting.
I mean, to be there from the beginning, your original creation, that's got to feel different than screenwriting from a book.
Well, you know, having had the experience of adapting 2 Hunger Games novels and learning from the best, learning from Suzanne, to watch how she built that franchise, that was definitely the model from the start. I mean, if you're going to steal from Suzanne Collins and William Shakespeare.
Well, I want to talk more about the Hunger Games. I told you earlier today that my son and I have been rewatching them because he's read the books. He's old enough now. You wrote the first one, the screenplay for the first movie. This was before Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson were these huge stars.
Yes.
And now you're back for the prequel, Sunrise on the Reaping. That's coming out this fall. People are so excited. But you've said this is your most secretive project.
Well, when I was adapting it, the book hadn't been released yet, so security was extremely tight. And I wasn't allowed to write the screenplay on a computer that was in any way connected to the internet.
Oh, wow.
So I would drive onto a movie lot every morning. I'd go to the office of the producer, her name is Nina Jacobson. They'd put me in this little room. An assistant would come in and open up a safe, take out a laptop, open it for me. I would write all day. And then say, I'm done. And at the end of the day, she'd put the laptop back in the safe.
You weren't even allowed to take the laptop with you.
And I never had a copy of the book. If I wanted to read the book, I had to go to Suzanne's manager's house in Valley Village. And I'd sit there for 7 hours and read it and make notes to myself. But the book stayed there. The security was very tight.
And to still be able to go through the creative process in that tense environment is really remarkable. You've had such a successful career, but when you wrote this book, I heard you said you felt you had some imposter syndrome.
Sure.
First of all, why? And what's your advice to anyone who may be, thinking about jumping into the world of writing something like this?
As I was writing this novel, I knew I was a screenwriter, but I thought, well, Victor Hugo's a novelist. Fitzgerald was a novelist. Steinbeck was a novelist. I'm not a novelist. And it took me a long time to get over that idea, to learn the difference between writing a screenplay and writing a novel. Because in the novel, you're the actors' faces, you're the camera, you're the production design. You have to supply all those things that the talented people in a movie supply for you when you're a writer. And I had to learn to step into all of those roles. My advice to writers would be, the best advice I ever heard was from Paddy Chayefsky, who won 3 Oscars, great screenwriter. And he said, don't think of it as art, think of it as work. Because if a writer is stuck and he or she calls in another writer for help, that second writer doesn't say, what's the art problem? That second writer says, what's not working? And they get under the hood and they fix it. I think people tend to mythologize writing. They tend to think that they have to show up and be brilliant all day long. You don't. You're just a mechanic.
You're just a mechanic.
You're just trying to make the engine run right.
Well, you've made a lot of engines run right, especially with this new book and with your screenplays as well. Thank you for being here today.
It's a privilege to be here. Thank you.
Thanks. We're so excited. Burn the Water is available now, and we'll be right back.
Thanks so much for watching and spending some of your Friday with us.
That was such a fun show, ladies.
That was.
I had so much fun with you. You can check out What You Need to Know anytime on Disney+.
Have a great holiday weekend, everyone. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.